Good evening. South Africans living with disabilities are calling for speedy interventions by the government and the private sector for the creation of a conducive environment for entrepreneurship. Our business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo filed this report from the Summit for the Economic Empowerment for Persons Living with Disabilities.
The inaugural Summit for the Economic Empowerment of People Living with Disabilities took place in Kempton Park over the last 2 days, and the clear themes that came out of the summit is that skills development, training and access to markets and finance is essential to empower South Africans living with disabilities. President Cyril Ramaphosa did a walkabout to see entrepreneurs making a difference, not only in the economy but more importantly in the lives of people living with disabilities. He says now is the time to implement government policies and interventions to empower the community.
This theme reflects the need to take an active approach to development that mainstreams disability. I'm rather pleased that a number of those who were reporting here were able to make reference to this concept.
Ramaphosa says on a practical level, this means removing barriers to markets and finance access to innovative businesses such as Wheelchair Doctor, a manufacturer of wheelchairs that take into account load shedding as well as those living in rural areas.
We are a black-owned, South African-based company that specializes in the manufacturing, customization, and of wheelchairs and all mobility aids. Yeah, and we invented the Ruby wheelchair.
It's not only African innovation, it's the first of its own in the world. Then we also have like off-road wheelchairs, whereby people living in Limpopo, rural areas, they can be able to use a wheelchair without any struggling.
Ramaphosa was impressed by young people with and without disabilities working together to create opportunities that benefit them.
The FIFI empowers us with information and skills development. You literally undergo a course, and at the end of the course you get a qualification, and the main purpose of this is to help us to have something to start on.
Delegates at the summit also called on the private sector to open doors of opportunities for people living with disabilities by ensuring that entrepreneurship is nurtured. For Newzroom Afrika, Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Kempton Park.